Meenglas is the train behind us. It's been lifted on the low loader. We're going to take it to Whitehead in County Antrim to the Railway Preservation Society, who are going to refurbish it. It'll be away for about 6 months, and when it comes back again we're going to mount it on the wall. There's 3 elements to the project. One is the Meenglas and the restoration of the Meenglas, along with we're going to research the history of it. We're also going to research the history of the 5 railways in the city, and alongside that we're going to gather up people's stories and experiences of the railways in the North West.
I got word to start on the Great Northern Railway on the 7th of February, and a week after I got word to start in Fowler's Jewellers, and I didn't want to leave the railway. I often wondered what it would be like if I had been a watchmaker instead of shoveling coal.
My father done this having a great Northern all his life. And used to be in their excursions of a door every Sunday at the summer time. And we would go, we count out my father and the engineer, we got up free in the train, so we did. And they went in the door then, and about 6 o'clock in the evening they came back again, back to Derry.
From here, the train would have left Gallia up there. You can't see the house now, but the train would have come all the way down here and gone across the road there and right through, and then the other gate opened out across that side of the road, so the traffic coming up the road couldn't get up through.
You got to remember that Derry had 4 different railway stations, 4 different railway companies here, 2 each side of the river. And here you are now. This was originally where the GNR goods yard was here, and the water column outside is the last surviving remaining building of the old GNR station here. The old water column there, and that's when engines would have got water.
The Donegal train had crossed a couple of bridges down through Ballymagolly and a place they call Cullen up to Dunamana and down as far as New Buildings, and it crossed the road at New Buildings down there, and then it ended up getting down to Victoria Road Station.
There was one and only time, and I didn't send for him. Willis, they called him, Mr. Willis, was before our Angela was born, and I did take really sick. But now Angela was number 4, and I had 3 wee ones apart from that, and it was the woman down the street phone. They had a phone because her husband worked in DuPont, and they were allocated a phone, and she phoned for the station, and John came home, and then a few days after he met John, and he says to him, asked him about the wife. Yes, told him what everything was all right. Well, he says, don't let it happen again.
My granddad James drove the trains as well, as did and then my other granddad Wilson. I was delighted when I found out that my family, history of my family, goes right back 100 years to the formation of of the railways. The actual building of the railways, you know, laying the lines and all that. The last time I saw the train actually leave here was my brother James got married and married Anna, and they were setting off in the train to Donegal, like, you know, for the honeymoon.
The oldest sister was Brady and Hannah, another sister, they wanted to go to a dance. So they gave Mary 5 shillings to watch the gate for them. But Mary sat down with a book and Mary forgot about it until the train came flying through and took the gates with them. My father and mother were in Clonmany. Somebody had died belonging to them. And they were coming up the next day, and they would have got off at Bridgend, the train, and walked up, and coming up the laneway, they met half of the gate.
There was 8 pyramid waymen. That's the men that works on the track here, fixing the lanes and all. There was 8 of them killed in Oma Station one morning, a foggy morning. The passenger train was coming up from Derry, Cloud and them.
They were on the railway working?
They were on the track working. And what happened was, it was actually the lookout man's fault. He had only a flag, and it was supposed to be a quarter of a mile away from the gang. They weren't on the train coming, but unfortunately that morning with the fog and all, the diver didn't see them and sailed on. Well, it was a very bad accident.
Did you know many people worked on it?
I knew 2 or 3 fellas that worked on it, you know, but they were nearly all up from around Oma. They weren't in Derry, you know, they were up from Oma Station itself. But the only other accident then was 1957. IRA sent the train on. I don't know if you ever heard tell of it. They captured the train at Port Hall and took the driver and the fireman and the guard off the train, and then they sent the train on onto Derry and had piled onto the platform. You know, it was a good train too, but they just, with nobody on the train, just flew in through the yard right down onto the platform and piled up on the platform itself.
We're up here today because we were doing a project with St Joseph's about the Meenglas train, so we were invited up here to look at all the different trains and see how they operate and work. It's amazing, it's great really. We got to dress up and go on the trains, wear hats and all, it was good, enjoyed it.
Well, I thought it was a great experience really, come up here on a wee trip with the whole whole class. It was really fun in fact, you know, there was 2 groups and it was just really a fun experience. We got to see everything about it, the foundries, the way trains are stored and made, it was great.
We got to go around and we got someone to take us around and tell us the history of Ireland and how all the trains came to be and how people fixed up the trains and restored them and that. Kind of better to restore stuff than building it and just throwing away the old stuff because someone else could use it at a different time.
It's really good learning about all different trains, I really enjoyed it.
Smuggling from here to the border, like across St Johnson and all, you had up and got a win of fags and things and different things, and then you had them somewhere about the engine. I remember my brother, the police stopped at the van and him and the driver was lifted. Daddy had 2 drivers, they were jumping engine. They were taking, you weren't smuggling millions of pounds worth of stuff. You had a couple of packet of fags for somebody else or next door neighbour, things like that, but it just went on, you know. And,
my father, he worked in the Lough Railway, and he lived down to Burton Port quite a lot, you know. So we lived down there for a while. But the smuggling was great crack, you know. And remember, we were going down to Montcrana one time for a holiday, and my brothers were all given something. As the customs man says, "Have you anything to declare?" You say no. You say, "Of course, no." So she gave me this packet of bird custard, and she told me to put in my jumper. You see. So anyway, whenever we came to Burnfoot and then they came and the round, nobody had anything to declare. And he said to me, "Have you anything to declare?" And I said, "Yes, I've got that bird custard up my jumper." "Oh, have you?" I said, "Let's have it." And he took it off me. Of course, my mother was going to kill me.
An overbridge over the
tracks to get from the bit northern to Donegal. But there's also sleepers laid between the tracks for the porters with wheelchairs getting them across. And the passengers see this as a shortcut, like, you know, because rather than expend the energy going up over the bridge. Anyway, station master spotted this one day and he wasn't one but pleased, and he called the porters and says, in future now, if somebody stand at the bottom of the bridge and you say, passengers wishing to travel to Ballybofey must use the footbridge provided. It's a wee bit long-winded. So this guy, he thought he would shorten it a wee bit. And he just stood at the bottom and says, over the bridge for Ballybofey, over the bridge for Ballybofey. This rather pompous lady came down and says, oh, porter, over the bridge for Ballybofey. But I have a tin chest, I don't give a damn, you have a wooden leg. Over the bridge for
And I remember going on an excursion to Portrush in that wee train. On the excursion, the Presbyterian excursion, and I went on it at half a crown a ton. And when you got to Derry, you had to get out of the train, walk down Duke Street, get on the LMS train, and head off then for Ballerina and Limavady till we got through Portrush. We had to go through a tunnel there at that time, which was very exciting.
You used to go up on that train, and that was called the sugar train. That was during the war, and when all the rationing was on, and you smuggled down, you got sugar and butter. Now, they weren't, obviously it was known as the sugar train, you know, so there wasn't a way lot of restrictions on the customs with that, although, you know, you were smuggling, but, you know, you have a couple of ways, you take a pound and you take a pound.
Well, these two particular women, Mary and Annie. Annie might not be the proper name there, but Mary certainly was. And they wore these big long bloomers down to here, big loose ones. So they were in Staban one day and they did a bit of shopping anyhow, and they were very much aware that the train would be stopped, or the rail bus, whatever. So Mary had the butter stuffed down, and Annie had the tea, loose tea, stuffed down. And they were just hoping and praying that the train wouldn't be stopped at Lifford, but lo and behold, they stopped at Lifford, and they came on, and there were two of them were shaking, and one looked at the other and said, oh, we're for the high jump this time. But so happened, they didn't search them, they went on their way, and Mary says, oh gosh, she says, the butter's melted. And Annie says, aye, now have the tea wet.
Our next phase now is to look at the development of interpretive centre that will pull together all the information, the history, stories, experiences of the 5 railways within the city, and will allow people to use this as an interactive resource. Our next phase after that is to actually look at the column kill engine and to look at the possibility of putting it back into steam, and that will necessitate putting on a new boiler on it. After that, we then need to look at the track the existing track that's there. We may not have to relay it all. We can repair some of it. Some of the local railway people here in the city have already walked part of the track, and they're quite confident that we without too much of an effort, we could have it back in action. We would need to look at fencing it in for health and safety reasons, which is a fairly big job to do there. So that's the plan, and this fits into a wider tourism package. We're building a new learning disability centre. However, there's going to be a cafe, a walkway cafe, and a Riverview restaurant. So people could come to Destined, they could come to the museum, visit the museum, visit the interpretive centre, travel on a steam train on the track. We also intend to put a small cruiser on the river, so they could avail of go up on the cruiser up as far as Strabane. And we already have black taxi tours, so people can do a tour of the city, and the black taxis, and then come back and have their lunch in the cafe. So you could spend quite a bit of time within the Foyle Valley Railway Museum.